Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I am Falakzeeb Khan, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans. Conducting these FaceTime with Leaders interviews, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such visionaries on one platform, we hope to play a part in inspiring the lives of other leaders. Great learnings from great leaders undoubtedly assist everyone by identifying, nurturing, and using the trade secrets that are proven success formulas for many. And this is what we aim for with these sessions by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge-sharing community. We have one such industry leader on FaceTime with Leaders with us today, Dr. Lalit Das. Hello, Lalit. Hello, sir. Welcome.
Hello, Falakzeeb. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much. He is an experienced police officer, conciliator, and visionary with a service spanning over 3 decades in the Indian Police Service. He has worked in various roles, including police administration, disaster management, policy formulation, and leading anti-Naxalite operations. Currently, he is chairman and managing director of the Odisha Police Housing and Welfare Corporation. He has Ph.D. with extensive research on developing decision support model for municipal solid waste management plan for Indian cities from SOA University. We are glad to have you here with us today on FaceTime with Leaders.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Das, could you let our viewers know how your journey has been as a police officer, conciliator serving in social activities, including some peacekeeping missions across countries, and finally becoming the chair and managing director of Odisha Police Housing and Welfare Corporation?
In fact, I started my journey as a shop floor engineer in the year 1986.
Oh, that's great.
After graduating from NIT Rourkela in metallurgical engineering, then I did my MTech in aircraft production from IIT Chennai. And after management from HL Staff College, I joined the MiG fighter aircraft division in Odisha, Sunabada. And my first learning was in the shop floor management. I was in the foundry shop, and it gave me an opportunity to learn to deal with man, machines, and materials. And there I worked for 6 years. In 1992, I gave UPSC examination and joined as a Indian Police Service. And our training was in the Lal Bahadur Shastri Academy in Labasna, Mussoorie, and then National Police Academy at Hyderabad. So there we got the training from administrative skills and policing skills. Then my journey started in the policing. I was superintendent of police in many districts. But I would like to tell you that when I was an engineer, I was atheist because it was dealing with our man, machine, materials. But when I joined police service, I became theist because police service has lots of uncertainties. Therefore, you need lots of divine intervention.
Right.
So I joined the police service. But policing is erratic working hours, and we have to deliver service under high work pressure. And many times, our erratic working hours is that we work when you all sleep and we sleep when you are awake, like that. But our job pressure is that many times it's life and death situation, because once you go for the Naxalite operations or terrorist operations, so it becomes life and death, and under that pressure we have to deliver. Many times police has scarce resources because and we have to deliver the services with scarce resources. Therefore, it taught us that you have to alert always. Policing, there is no scope for complacency, because we know that you have to alert to avoid accidents. So therefore, in policing, we thought that it is when going gets tough gets going. So, and policing is a type of social engineering, because we have to heal the wounds of the society and give solace to the victims, and also be tough on the law breakers. So that was the starting of my policing. And then I have to face many militant trade unionism in mining belts of Odisha, and the terrorist activity or the Maoist activities in some of the Naxal hit districts. So that also taught us that you have to be alert, and safety is a precautionary steps, and then only you can win the battles in the jungle warfare. So uh, that is my policing career. And in sometimes also I went as peacekeeping force to United Nations in the Africa. And I also worked in Bureau of Police Research and Development in New Delhi, where we developed the coastal security scheme to abort the threat from the coast after Mumbai attack. And then I also did some work on modernization of police services for the Indian states. And after doing around 2 decades of policing, hardcore policing, I joined as CMD, Police Housing Corporation. So it has a turnover of 525 crores
Wow.
with 35 crore profit margin. And I started as an engineer. Then I joined police as a social engineer, and now I'm looking after the civil engineering projects for the infrastructure building in the state of Orissa, and police housing is a public sector unit of the government of Orissa. So it
Wow.
has been a long journey, but it has been very interesting journey. Thank you.
Definitely. Wow, it's really very interesting to know your journey, like from switching from one job to another, one profession to another, and it's really very interesting, and I'm sure it's been really challenging. So I would like to know which of your responsibilities have you found the most challenging, and which ones the most enjoyable?
I'll say that every assignment I have enjoyed because every posting has its own challenges and also its own flavors. But I will say one of my toughest period was when I was superintendent of police of one district in the year 1999, where there is a super cyclone which has hit the district, and it had killed 10,000 people. The death toll was there because that was the beginning of our disaster management preparation, and it was a massive disaster management handling rescue and relief operations. And after that, Odisha became pioneer in disaster handling because we developed lots of disaster forces, and also we equipped our people with disaster management. And after that, I also became an expert in disaster management, and I gave many talks in many academy disaster management. The second one was my assignment in UN peacekeeping force. That is a country called Sierra Leone in Africa, and there is a serious rebellion activities for mining of the diamonds because it's a diamond country, and thousands got killed and many got injured. So as a peacekeeping operation, we had gone to that country because there is a coup to topple the government. And as UN peacekeeping force, we had to go there, bring back normalcy, and had a elected government. And then we have to rebuild their police forces so that they can take care of the one country. So that was another multicultural, multilingual, multinational workplace where I was the team leader and have to lead a team of officers of United UK, Nigeria to Turkey. And in that context, to deal with this kind of team, we have to take nuances, cultural nuances, so that you motivate them and get their work done. So that is another very big challenge to work in those countries. Another one was the Naxal operations, where we have to fight with the Maoists, and it is a pure conflict resolution. And that taught us that physical fitness and alertness and your safety and security is very important to be successful in anti-Maoist operations. Finally, I will say that as a police officer, who sometimes you have to lead 10 people, sometimes we have to build 1,000 people. One of my senior officers told that if you are leading 1,000 people, then 2,000 eyes are watching you. And so your conduct has to be perfect. So that to be a leader, you have to be perfect in your personal conduct, also in official conduct. Another great experience was I was election observer in Lok Sabha election Varanasi, where our Prime Minister Modi ji got elected in the 2019. So that was another experience during my police career. Thank you very much.
That's really great. That's really great and very interesting indeed. So you have been honored with several awards. Which of them have been your biggest achievement and why?
I have been decorated with the President's Police Medal for meritorious service and also for distinguished services, and also Governor's medals in the state. Also UN Peacekeeping Medal from the United Nations because of my peacekeeping operations. But the best one, I would say, then when I was given Distinguished Alumnus Award from my engineering college, NIT Rourkela, for my overall contribution to the society this year, 2023, and that gave me more satisfaction. But what gave me, I was very happy when I completed a high altitude cycling from Manali to Leh, and also we cycled up to Khardungla Pass, highest motorable road. So that day I patted myself because in another previous attempt I had to abort this cycling because of the low oxygen complications. So that gave me more personal satisfaction. But I would like to say here that there are many unsung heroes in the society, and they work silently, and they have never been decorated. Therefore, awards and honors are good, but I follow another principle that a person can do wonders if he is not bothered who takes the credit. Therefore, always we should not go for medals, awards, or honors, but it gives satisfaction and happiness. Thank you very much.
Wonderful words, and like really great to know that. So as you have closely worked with the UN, have you ever got an opportunity to compare India's corporate governance policies with those of other countries?
Yes, I had the opportunity to work in United Nations and also in HAL, where I had worked. We had worked with the Russian engineers, and during my metallurgical career, I had worked in steel plants with German collaborations. I would like to say that they are more articulate than us. But what ails Africa is poor governance and lack of good institutions. Therefore, if we can give them proper hand holding and they are with abundance of resources, there is no lack of resources, mineral resources and other resources in Africa, but proper hand holding and governance actually can make them develop faster. And another avenue in Africa is that there is a lot of opportunities to work in Africa so that you can bring happiness to millions of deprived people. So secondly, if I compare other countries, we cannot copy paste other countries in India. Like when you are working in HAL, we had done a lot of total quality management or the lean manufacturing system. They are all Japanese concepts, but it didn't succeed in India because the first thing we have to do is to have a good organizational culture and the attitude to work. The problem with India is that we have problem of taking ownership. So we cannot copy culture. We can get all the technologies, but thing is that the leaders have to inculcate a good organizational culture so that we can adapt and the better Western technologies.
Yes, definitely. So as an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you bring to the table?
Every corporation has to give the best product to the customers. So what we call customers delight. But when we give customers delight, another thing is that we have to take care of the planet Earth.
Right.
Because a lot of the things has to go into the product designing, because as I have done my research on waste management, so the future problem for the earth is the managing the waste. Therefore, when you do a product design or the processes, technological processes, we have to keep back in the mind to reduce the carbon footprint, and also the climate changes, isn't it? And reduce the waste, minimization of the waste. So in that respect, the technology selection also should give benefit to rich and poor alike. Okay. So, and it has to be inclusive growth. Like I say today, the mobile technology or the UPI payment gateways, they have helped rich and poor alike. So
Yes.
I would like to say that our product should be should give maximum satisfaction to the customers, but at the same time we have to take care of the planet Earth, because the future generation depends on our action today.
Yes, right.
Thank
That's
you.
indeed very, very true. So,
Yes.
as you were talking about technology, I would like to know technology. What are some of the most remarkable changes you have seen in your field with changes in technology? And what changes do you expect to see with the advent of IoT, AI, ML, blockchain, big data, and Web 3.0?
I would like to say my generation, we are the luckiest generation, because we are born with bulb radios. Then we saw the transistor radios, and today we have the mobiles and also artificial intelligence. I recall my days in IIT Chennai, where we had to do punch cards for our computer programming, and today everything is voice activated. Or secondly, when we started our engineering, everything was manpower intensive, and
Right.
today it is all technology driven. It is either computer controlled or robotics. Present day, the problem is that the tsunamis of disruptive technologies, because the change is so fast. Unless and otherwise, you are alert, and therefore, in the corporate governance, the senior management, they have to scan the environment and see what are the new changes are taking place in the technology areas, so that they don't get disrupted, and the sustainability becomes a problem. Therefore, as I say, in policing, we collect intelligence to avoid any crime. Similarly, in
Yes.
industrial or corporate sector, we have to alert to see the changes that are taking place all around us, so that we are not caught with a surprise.
Yes.
So I say, like I had told in policing, alert always to avoid accidents. So alert always to avoid disruptions. Today's problem is disruption, and you should have a good talent pool, so that your team is able to adapt, innovate, and sustain the challenges.
Yes, indeed. So, as you know, we are building a community of industry magnates. The move is meant for cross-pollination of knowledge and building a knowledge-sharing community for corporate giants and industry experts. What are your thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Hemal Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
Huh. I have nice experience with World Development Corporations, and Jishan Pathan, Hemal Mehta, and others. In fact, they have motivated us to do this course. And the pedagogy, I say, it's a
Yes.
very nice one. And most of the live sessions with corporate giants and experts are, I would say, it's highly intoxicating. And today's world, the corporate world needs good leaders, because
Right.
if the good leaders will bring a good future, because good leaders will have good organization, and good organization will make a better future, and so that we will have better planet Earth. And in this regard, they are all doing a great job, because one has to motivate good experts leaders to come here. There is a law called Gresham's law, which says bad money replaces the good currency, because good people, they don't come to the place where they should be doing the work. I think the World Development Corporation is doing a good job by motivating such type of good leaders to join this corporate world, because now we say there is a big challenge to corporate world. That therefore they are inducting independent directors. I think good leaders will bring good build good team, good organizational culture, and they will bring good technologies, and finally we will have a better workplace and better planet. Finally, it will be better final, and we can have less miseries to the deprived classes. Finally, we will have better organizations, and we have a better economic growth, taking the environment along with us, and we can reduce the disparities between the rich and poor, and bring and build a happy planet.
Words by you, Mr. Das. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Lalit Das. We wish you the best for your future endeavors, and moreover trust that this initiative by Directors Institute unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you so much once again for sharing all your wonderful insights, wonderful journey with us today. And I'm sure everyone watching this on FaceTime with Leaders will definitely, they will get inspired, and it will help them grow in their career too. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Falakjab, and Director Institute, and also World Development Corporation.